Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are. Happy New Day and happy 28th day in the month of October in the year of 2025. This month is gradually saying bye-bye to us. Anyway, the matter where I carry come for us this morning, no matter between Nnamdi Kanu and Injustice James Omoto show. They say a situation went south. Abi, how do they take talk himself? When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu asked a question that even the judge could not answer, Nnamdi Kanu lectures a judge in his own court, just the same way he lectures what they call herself, Injustice Binta Iyako Mutala. My brother, this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case is turning another different thing. In fact, it is now a war between Nigerian judiciary and one man who is giving them sleepless nights, which is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Inibehe Efyong said he don't understand the area which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case is going. In fact, he said even him as a lawyer is confused. But anyway, let me read the article before me here before we can be able to deliberate more on this very issue. Please, if you get this message, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Just know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is now in loggerhead with the judge we're supposed to judge him matter. Okay, tension filled the courtroom yesterday as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, threw a series of thought-provoking questions at the chief judge, leaving the entire court in shock and forcing an abrupt adjournment till 4th of November 2025. Let's read. The fiery exchange unfolds as follows. Nnamdi Kanu, my lord, let's be honest. How old is Nigeria? Chief Judge, Nigeria is 65 years old as of now. But why that question? Nnamdi Kanu, all right. How old is your grandfather? Chief Judge, he is 98 years old. But what is the meaning of all these questions? Nnamdi Kanu, so now, okay. So are you trying to tell me your grandfather is older than your country? Before your grandfather was born, what was the name of Nigeria? At that moment, the chief judge reportedly froze, unable to provide an answer. He then stood up quietly and walked out of the courtroom, a move that drew gasps from the audience. Nnamdi Kanu, he must surely disgrace all of these people one by one. This one will not get respect. Okay, immediately the courtroom erupted in applause, with even lawyers representing the Nigerian government acknowledging Kanu's brilliance. This is a very vital question. I mean, that's the end of the article. We are going to dissect the comment section later. But let me first of all air my own view on this very particular matter. And I see how when they said somebody is intelligent, it is not for you to just come out and begin to exhibit some moronic attitude. Nnamdi Kanu is intelligent and he showed it when he communicates with people, when he asks questions, and when he interacts with people. Now, James Omoto show now, he will go and tell people, those who send him, or rather, those who keep on paying him not to discharge justice on the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to know that when you silence Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you have automatically silenced everything that have to do with truth in that contraption called Nigeria. And that is one thing. Most of all these judges wouldn't want that to happen because they don't want them to be remembered, despite the fact that they are engaged in some shady deals. But I can tell you for free of charge, most of them don't want posterity to remember them at the bad side of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, but I don't hear how the thing take happen, and I don't see how they take a bury Onyishoche, how they take sell Onyishoche, guess where Onyishoche. But never mind. The matter still going until the 4th of November. Then we go back to the court. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will continue with his question. Let us go to the comment section now. You will hear a lot of confusing, a lot of annoying, and also a lot of complicating comments that follow this message. Just join me, let me hold you by your hand as we move on. Please don't forget to share this message. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is lecturing the zoo. In fact, Nigerian zoo judiciary, zoo judiciary and their APC counterpart, all of them are on trial in the hand of one man called Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, Ayomi today, you just expect the Yoruba bastard and baboons to be here, because that is where you always find them. He said, LOL, laugh out loud. Someone was in court for felony and terrorism, and this is the angle he was concentrating on. No wonder the judge told him to seek expert advice on the implications of the submission he made. You can be educated and still be ignorant in law. Unfortunately, ignorance is not an excuse. That is what he said. A lot of people replied, I think about 16 or 17 comments that follows him. So let us see what people said, told these Yoruba boons. African text said, Ayomi today, let your court convict him if it has no regard for the international treaty it signed, forbidding Nigeria from committing extraordinary rendition. Biafra Daily Mirror said, a Yoruba judge with Oluwale certificate want to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu did not abandon his defense or the witness he has called out. Nnamdi Kanu is first asking the court that wants him to enter defense if they have the jurisdiction, extant legal powers to try him. That is the question. I am telling you this because Nigerian media has lied and continue to twist what is straight into the confusion and misinformation. Nnamdi Kanu has asked the court to prove to him with any Nigerian law that he has the jurisdiction to try him after extraordinary renditioning him. Talk more of asking him to enter any defense. Some people, even those who call themselves lawyers, are still confused. None of them could even make this kind of statement. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, defense on which charges and under which law provision? That is the question Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still asking. The law upon which his prosecution has relied on is a repealed law, and such cannot stand in legal matters. I understand many Nigerian journalists do not know what a repealed law is and how it implies in this case so far. Okay, educate them, my brother. However, I will avail many of you to help yourself by making a research on this matter. Nnamdi Kanu cannot still continue his defense, but only when the court proves with existing Nigerian law that it has the jurisdiction to try him under a repealed law. That is the work and assignment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given to Omotosho this 1 week. Period. He must prove his court has the backing of the constitution or any law in Nigeria to try a man who was extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria. Until then, Omotosho has the legal obligation to declare the release of or bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well as quash the case. So if you like, allow yourself to be deceived by Nigerian media controlled by News Agency of Nigeria, NAN. Nnamdi Kanu didn't abandon his defense. The right thing must be done first before I can continue with my defense. We must continue regardless. Oguwike Kelechi Chukwuezi, historian and public affairs analyst of 2025. Okay, His Royal Highness Ezekwechi II said, this right just showed how foolish you are. Hope you know that according to Nigerian law, the court has no right to try him without clarifying how they brought him from Kenya to Nigeria. But that your stupidity will not allow you to Google or search for it. Let me see who replied to him. Tell the weary. Okay, somebody tell him, tell the weary. Because most of them are just jumping and making some useless research. There was the one that said his name is first Nupe lawyer on X, writing all manner of nonsense. Nnamdi Kanu, tell me how you brought me back to the country. Then I will enter my defense. Because you cannot try me on illegality. Nobody builds something on nothing. Okay, Afrojet said, is there any other felon and terrorist than you and your country, Nigeria? Okay. Mba Ana Baloago, Yoruba have sworn to be a tool for injustice, terrorism. On a keep lying, on a days are numbered. After Tinubu, what next? Gaza will be better than you all when Igbo nation rises. Mr. Dramini said that if any of you who are against this man really have evidence against him, as you claimed, what is stopping you from presenting your evidence before the court? I'm not a Nigerian, but I have been following up for years. Every revolutionary is my brother. Thank you for this question. Ezoku Bondo, go to court with your evidence. Anwofia Yoruba. African child said, your jobless papa is the felon. Foolish man. Igbo Bundo, Ache, Yoruba people, and envy. Now 5 and 6. Nick Oko said, Yoruba people have trust issues. Trust them at your own risk. We have Bibi said, you must be really stupid if you think you are smarter than him. Not true now, but most of them are just foolish. Okay, let us read the comment of Aboki. Abdul Aziz. No, this one is also Yoruba. You cannot see Hausa here, say. Make one just the deceiving on herself and one Nnamdi Kanu till he go land for Kirimanje. Now that time his eyes go clear. No problem now. If he go to land for jail, he is not the first to go to jail. See, this is how morons talk. For over how many years he will divide this country the way it should be. By then, Fulani will come and finish you. Sabos, your hatred of the Igbos race has turned into blessings. Go by yourself. Afrojet News said, and this is your brother now. Innocent, but this guy is innocent, my brother. They are innocent. Esme said, Aboki, it is not owner, it is owner. Zafamido said, it is His Majesty, the word that gives rise to both the creative personality and the human civilization. Another one, Chijoke said, it is this sort of hailing emptiness that landed Nnamdi Kanu in his current ordeal. When it backfires, instead of admonishing him to take responsibility for his actions, you did look for who to blame. It is the same way you guys were saying he is untouchable because he is UK citizens. Al-Farid Bola Tinubu said, what was the childish question has to do with the defense? If that really happens in the courtroom, perhaps this is fabricated lies, and it will never save him from facing the wrath of law. Only a morons will see any atom of truth in this write-up. It's alright. We have had you, and we are going to put it into practice. Anyway, my people are begging here. We're going to take a back break. More of these videos is coming your way. Just like, share, comment, and make sure to keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Okay, Messiano.